Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you, Stan. Oh, I forgot to get my ice. Thank you, Stan. Thank you for the raid, my friend. How are you, brother? Brother from across the pond. For those of you that don't know who I am, real quick, I am TheIcemanCometh. Welcome to my little corner of Twitchdom. My channel is called The Igloo. We're variety, just like a lot of people. We're playing right now, as you can see behind me. We're playing some Starfield right now. We started the Shattered Space DLC. We started it a few days ago, actually, but there was a personal quest for one of the companions that I wanted to do first, that I had done on Steam already, but I had not done on the Game Pass version of the game, so we had to spend some time to do that first. My gamer dad. I'm probably old enough to be his dad. But yeah, we've only done about maybe, I mean, normal people probably could have done what I've done in about an hour. It took me about 2.5 to get to this point. There's some optional logs that you got to do in the very first part of the DLC that I just had to go find because that's like lore and stuff. So protect the igloo. Sarvaxis, what's up? Happy Friday, all. Yeah, I've actually noticed that you've been playing Starship Troopers. How is that? Is that anything at all like Helldivers? Rack deck. Let's see. Yeah, you had asked if Diablo 4 was better. Now they don't. Well, let me put it this way. It's games as a service, like I mentioned. So it's going to be a grind. Okay. I don't know that you can escape that. First Descendant, if you've played that, Destiny 2, obviously, anything that's games as a service is generally going to have some kind of grind to it. The thing that kind of upsets me about it is I don't know, there's like 7 or 8 achievements in it, and at least one of them requires you to be at the highest difficulty level to kill 1,000 of the elite enemies. So you have to essentially grind to get up to that last level of difficulty, and then you've got to kill the 1,000 elite. So they definitely geared the achievements in this expansion towards the grind. And if you've played any of the main game, you know what hell tides are. Those are essentially regions of the map where for about every hour, for about 45 minutes or so, it's an area with a lot of enemies. You're constantly fighting, not that you're not doing that anyway, but they'll drop what's called these cinders, and there are chests within the Helltide area that you can take these cinders to and drop them in, and you'll get loot out of it. Well, they've geared, one of the achievements is get 10,000 cinders, collect 10,000 cinders in the new area of the map. And the area that rotates for the Helltide, it rotates. So it's not like you can just go there and spend however much time you're going to spend to grind for your cinders to pick all those up. You have to wait for that area to be the Helltide before you can even start it. So it's that stuff kind of upsets me a bit. Quite buggy, no pun intended. Crashes. I'm assuming that you have to do the kill. You have to get the kill. Yeah, it's gonna be, I'm one of those people that, okay, there are different types of people that will play Diablo. There are people that will play the story, And the story in Diablo 4 is generally pretty good for that kind of game. The main campaign was great.
I gotta follow. Mom, get the camera.
Is it Mavi Bub? Thank you for the follow, Mavi Bub. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Welcome. There are some that will have to get. There's now 6 character classes now, I think. It's either 5 or 6. There will be people that will have to get all of the classes up to the level cap. And then you've got the Uber, the no-lifer crew that will essentially have to not only get all of the characters up to the max level, but if you've ever heard the term best in slot, they have to get all of the gear for each of those characters the best in slot. That means you've got the best stats, the best quality, the highest level, all of that shit. For it's like eight items that you can have on your character. They have to have all 8 of those to the max, best in slot. Those are the people that yeah. So yeah, if you want to play it just for the story or whatever, the story in the expansion is not too bad. Not quite as good as the main game, but I believe you can take an existing character into the expansion. I'm pretty sure. I started a new one because I wanted to play the new class. So I skipped. When you start a new character now, I don't know how long it's been since you played, but when you start the game and start a new character, you can elect to skip the campaign, the main story. So if you're doing it on a second character or whatever, there's no need to go through the whole story again because you've already done it. You can start with the open world stuff and then you can start the expansion from there. So, but I have not tried with an existing character. I would assume that you can take them straight into the expansion. Yeah, you could call it that. Yeah, kind of like an extra act. It's the same map. It's just if you remember the Diablo map, the new area is in the bottom left-hand corner. They've expanded the map, but it's the same map, right? So it's in the bottom left-hand corner, and it's fairly big. They've added. I haven't played since season 2. This is season 6. They've added a whole bunch of new in-game activities. So, yeah, I would. You do have to pay for it. It's not, if you got the Game Pass version on Xbox, you do not get the expansion for free. You still have to pay for it. But one nice thing is it has crossplay. It has cross progression. Unfortunately, if you're going to do achievements, you got to be careful. Because if you want to pop the achievements, you got to make sure that you're on the Xbox when you earn an achievement, because the achievements do not go across. Yeah, season one sucked. They fucked up a lot of stuff in season 1. Season 2 was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that one a lot. I did the battle pass, finished the battle pass in that one. Got a character up to the max level. Didn't worry about the best in slot stuff. And I just finished the battle pass today, this afternoon before the stream, for the new character in the expansion. So anyway, all right. So I will continue to answer questions about Diablo or anything else if you like, but we're going to get started with the DLC. So no. Oh, this one. Oh, in Starfield. Yes, this is the character that I did the main game with. Yeah. But anyway, so if you're familiar with Starfield, you know who House of Varun is. It's one of the factions, if you will. They kind of don't have much of a presence in the main game, but one of your companions is from there, a place called Dasra. You start off the DLC, you get an emergency signal, you go there, you see these phantoms. They're two of them are talking to each other. You have to fight them because they'll start attacking you. You're on you have to go to a space station called the Oracle that is theirs, but it's kind of jumping through space. You're like teleporting, if you will. So you got to restore power to the station. Look for those optional logs that I mentioned before. Once you get the station started back up, get it powered up, you got to reboot the mainframe. When you reboot the mainframe, it automatically jumps back to the home planet. And that's essentially where we're going to start. When we got to the planet, we saw an apparition of, I forget their name now because it is literally at the end of the stream on Sunday. Apparition of somebody asking for help, and then they have asked us to help them, but in order for me to help them, I have to be essentially inducted into their little club, and that's what we're going to start off doing, literally right off the bat. So how was your stream, by the way? For those of you that are in my channel that do not know Stan, awesome dude. He does his channel, his YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel are focused towards achievements. So if that kind of thing interests you, I would suggest that you follow him. You won't regret it. Is it House of Stan on YouTube as well? I don't remember. I get the shit. Might be. I see them pop up. I just click the link. All right, so anyway, yeah, talk to the Herald. I need to speak to a Herald of the Serpent. Their religion is kind of based off of the Great Serpent. To integrate myself into Varun society. Oh yeah, speaking of that, let me get a shout out real quick. I've been mouthing off here.
Shout out!
It was all good, but yeah, bro. So bad, isn't it?
Oh, come on, I just need one hit.
Oh, what? Stan! Stan!
I just couldn't resist, sorry.
I will fucking...
Just the way you were looking over the edge.
Is that Apex?
Yeah, but
Was that Apex? All right. So yeah, this is Andresia. She's the companion that's with me. Yeah, what it does whenever I do a shout out, it'll go get your list of clips, and it'll just pick a random one. That's usually the comment that I get from people when I put one of those up there for them. Oh my god, that is so old.
The Serpent slumbers awaiting your decision. Is it time?
We'll go back through this part of the conversation for the people that just got here. So,
A lesson. A test. A moment for the Great Serpent to reach out and fill you with something more than what you have been.
why am I doing this?
Those born to House Varun spend every day surrounded by our history. The rituals that separate us from the husks happen naturally over time. You have not experienced that.
No.
Those who have not answered the Serpent's call cannot coexist with House Varun.
This is why we have to do
And
it.
so, if you are to aid us in our time of need, you must become one of the promised. You have not been filled with purpose by the Great Serpent, so you are merely a husk. But perhaps not for long.
Let's do
Then
it.
enter, and I shall guide you
Fluffy
along
lock
the
down here.
Serpent's path. But this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
Fine. Well, you know, one of the first things that I did when, not that I have a whole lot of hair to begin with, but one of the first things that I did when essentially they told everybody, you know, stay home, don't go outside unless you absolutely have to. I went online and I essentially bought a home hair cutting kit, and I learned to cut my own hair. And I've been doing it ever since. Come on, come on, up, up, up. Talk with Andreja. She's not supposed to. She's not supposed to be here. The lady said I had to do it myself.
You must walk the path. I am merely here to guide you along. The path lies before you, but it is up to you to walk it. It has served more than one purpose for our people over the generations. For a brief time, it was home. But then, in his
I want
wisdom,
red eyes.
Jinan Varun saw fit to turn it into a way for those outside House Varun to begin to learn, to join us in following the Great Serpent. That ended after the Serpent's crusade. It feels right to see it used again now, in our time of need. The Serpent's path will tell you what you need to know for now. After that, the Council awaits. After that, I will be at the temple as I always am. And I will offer counsel as I would to any of the promised.
Promised.
I carry on the traditions that Jinan Varun began and maintain our people's
I
connection
think that
to
was
the
the
Great
apparition that was
Serpent.
Jinan.
I and others like me look after the temples and offer guidance to those who need it. And now, it seems I am called upon to help the Serpent's call fill a new vessel. Truly, I am blessed.
Why has it been? Yeah,
A difficult question.
it did
The
say that the
original
other day.
converts were accepted in the years after House Varun first made contact with the settled systems. Once the Serpent's crusade began, there were fears that anyone from the outside could be spies, infiltrators. And after the crusade, few were eager to join. When Jinan Varun's son Jarek took power, we pulled back, rejected contact with non-believers. We removed any avenues for converts to find us. But there were those among us who hoped that one day we might help others see the light of the Great Serpent's teachings. And if we can survive our current situation, your presence here now might sway opinions on future converts.
Is that it?
Let the Great Serpent forever guide.
Let's go! All right, let's do the. All right, let's see. Hangman. Let's see. 10-letter word.
I will await you
Oh,
at
hush.
the end of the Serpent's path. Before House Harun, there were humans. First on Earth, then scattered among the stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path.
Well, considering the markers over there, I'm thinking maybe we need to go left. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go this way. Oh, dead end. All right, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for the raid again. Appreciate it. Go follow Sten, folks. Go subscribe to him on YouTube as well. Thank you, man. Have a good one. Yeah, just typical Bethesda-ness. You can pretty much pick up anything. Why is it still giving me... Hold on a second. I'll do that when I get back. Just chill.
One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated. Individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice.
Blow out a candle. Okay, do I win something? Do I get a cool weapon or piece of gear? Bologna sandwich?
But Jinan Varun encountered the great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Varun was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens.
Well, thank you for coming out, Mavi Bub. Appreciate it. That's
that
fine.
holds you back.
The game. Cast aside. Wait. What am I sacrificing here? Can we sacrifice a desktop paper tray? Yeah, cast aside your burdens. I would be willing to bet that is why there was that stuff behind us that we could pick up. Stuff like that. Because you didn't, like me, you didn't really want to give them anything of value.
Hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Varun to greatness. You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the great Serpent, and he will embrace you.
Assassin's Creed, right? Do I get the cool eagle sound when I do this? Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was beautiful. Jeez. It's a good thing I made the save right there. We've had a bunch of technical problems today. Okay. Hey Jill, happy Saturday, Jesus. Happy Friday, how are you? How you doing? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm good. We've already had a game crash. Didn't take very long. Make a leap of faith. I mean, I've jumped from both sides. What the hell am I supposed to do? Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh my god, the third nipple or an extra toe. But okay. You have to use your jetpack. Good to know. Yeah, that would be my assumption too. Better balance, more speed.
The people of House Faroon settled this world, at first in these very caves. Shinan Varun himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word. It was here that the people of House Faroon first understood the truth of their place in the universe.
No, it's not just you. But we gotta play by the rules. If we're gonna help them, if we're gonna you know, progress the story in the DLC, blah 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 blah.
And it was here that the people of House Faerun first understood the truth of the shrouding. The great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite the difficult new life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Sounds like your standard, at least so far, it sounds like your standard, you know, cuckoo cult. You know, I got to admit one thing. It's nice. It's nice to see a Bethesda game where everything isn't destroyed. Befallen nuclear blasts. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? So that one will fit. Goes there. This one will go here. Care about the pistol, but I'll take the ammo. Yeah, that too. I mean, and remember also that this is, you know, this is Andresia's background too, so. Poisoned water. Am I going to get in it? Or surely I'm not going to drink it. She contemplates. Okay. Oh, meditate. Okay, duh. I thought she was gonna like sit in the water. Ammo. Oh, master. Oh, it didn't remove any. Oh, maybe it did. All right, so this one will fit here. So if we do that one, get that, and this one here.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
26,000. Suppressed advanced. With a sight on it. Portable CD player. I don't need that. Of course, now I'm going to get judged when I get to the final. Well, you stole all this shit along the way.
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion.
Uh-oh.
And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve.
Here we go. Sacrifice the Groat. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to kill it? Let's try. No, that didn't work either. Uh-oh.
Let us begin the final ritual. While none since Jinan Varun have stood before the great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify this bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on this dais are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the great Serpent. Pick the two that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
That's it? Pick two and we're done? I don't know. Devotion. Perseverance. That it? We're done? Where's my Happy Meal?
I have things I wish to discuss.
discuss with you. When you have time.
Of course.
Take credit for your thoughts, as they say.
Thank you for taking a moment. Now that you know my history, I can speak openly about how surreal it has been to see Dazra again.
You okay?
That is a complicated question.
Been through a lot.
I could not have imagined.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you for
After
your purples.
everything that we have been through recently, I worried I might never see this place again. For that, I am grateful. If only this were just about me. The Great Serpent has always demanded much of us, as individuals, and as the whole of House Varun. But to see what has transpired here, it is hard to believe this is part of any plan. Truly, it is a disaster.
If it is a plan, then our being here is a part of it.
I suppose that is true.
The purple room.
Regardless, now that we are here, surely you must agree that we should do everything we can to help House Varun.
Wait a minute. Why were we still getting these?
And I appreciate that. It is an incredible commitment you have made to become one of the promised. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined such a thing.
What do you think would have happened if it would have turned it down? They would have kicked our asses out. I would imagine.
I am not sure. But what might have been does not matter. You are one of us now.
Always thinking for unique experience, and they don't get much more unique than this. There really was no other way.
I suppose that is true. All the same, I am glad to count you among us. I know we have much to do, but I did not want to leave it unsaid. Thank you.
So that's what she wanted to talk to us about after we went through the door.
And so you arise, one of the promised
Rise,
of
my
House
friends.
Varun. Did you feel the great serpent working within you? Do you feel born anew?
This was a waste of time. We'll play along. Oh, man.
Devotion to the great serpent and perseverance to remain devoted, no matter the circumstances, will always reveal a path forward for any member of House Varun. I grant you the title of Diviner. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the great serpent. All must serve.
Talk to Malabor Dulkef. Why is there an airlock? Are we going outside? Oh, loot box! Money! I wish you could see. Can. Okay. Cobalt. 69,000. Shamaz. We'll give that to her. I wish there was an option to do that straight from here. If you have a companion, you should hit whatever button it is. Y, maybe. Give to companion. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think we can use it here, but you can use, a lot of people don't know this, but you can use the plasma cutter or mining cutter or whatever to cut through. What? Are you trying to get me to not cut through the door?
And just what is on your... What have you got for me?
I have a weapon.
I am here if you need me.
Is there even anything in there? Doesn't look like there is, actually. All right. Go to the cockpit. Let's see. All right. What do we have here?
Yes?
Uh-oh. Funding notice.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Office of the Speaker to the High Council. Harold Inaza has brought to my attention a disturbing matter. There has been discussion of eliminating the funding to maintain and preserve the Serpent's Path in the latest proposed budget. I find this surprising given the paltry amount requested and the significance of the location. It should be enough that the cave is a key piece of our shared heritage. Were it not for those caves, none of us would be here today. But if all goes to plan in the coming months, we may be able to thank the great Serpent himself for a new path of recruits to our cause. Starting with me, I guess. The Serpent's Path may yet again be needed for its original purpose. I am confident that the council will make the right decision, and if the funding cannot be secured, I would be more than happy to personally take a closer look at the budget to see what areas might be trimmed in order to free up funds.
You would speak with me?
No,
Did you need something?
not yet. Post-incident status. As per the Council's request, an assessment of House Faroon's operation in the aftermath of the Citadel incident follows. All structures in the immediate vicinity of the Scaled Citadel are gone, including the Halls of Authority. All major ministry operations have relocated and are operating off of record backups and emergency supplies and funding. Administrative personnel losses are still being totaled. Most key figures were present in the Citadel at the time of the incident and are presumed dead, missing or dead. Science team hit hardest, notable exception of Ekris Kassir on leave. Military and security forces heavily affected. Minimal personnel presence is being maintained within Dasra and personnel being reassigned from outlying areas. With personnel, rumors of mass desertions are being actively countered. Supply chain disruptions have drained already low reserves. Ministry of Commerce is attempting to compensate by establishing new connections, but time delay will exacerbate already low stockpiles. Malaboy, what's up, dude?
Welcome, Diviner. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Nasko Faroon.
What?
We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people.
3?
I represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Anasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope.
Yeah, what's with all the houses? Aren't you all?
Collectively, we unite under the banner of House Varun, pledged to follow Jinan Varun and his descendants. But our society is not a monolith. Jinan, in his wisdom, shepherded the first of us into families that we might grow and prosper. Our 3 families have for generations now helped to govern the people of House Varun, and offer counsel to our leader.
Yeah, I don't have a connection.
But you do. We have only seen brief glimpses of him since the incident. But you heard him speak. How can that be taken as anything other than
I guess
providence?
it was the Nasco, the apparition we saw.
Just allow us a moment to explain.
Please do.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spend this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Anasko. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time...
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasko, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malabor. Do go on.
Anasko Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasko wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dazra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our
Let me
reach.
guess, we're gonna go there.
We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived. It
How long
has
ago?
only been a few weeks. There had been efforts to put together some kind of response, some plan. But they had fallen apart.
Vortex,
Forgive me, I am no scientist. But as it has been explained to me, what we call the Vortex is the space between universes. Your arrival and your interaction with Anasko shows that he can still be saved. A plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasko, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
The morning device.
Yes? Did you require something?
No. Not yet. Alright, so we got another couple of pads in here. We'll grab these. A little bit of background information. Ministry of Conjunction. Junction, what's your function? As per the Citadel's request, an assessment of Ministry of Conjunction operations. Ministry operations temporarily transferred to House Kadik housing, which remain unaffected by the incident. Intelligence networks have been disrupted following the Citadel incident, as key personnel have been reassigned to urgent matters in Dosra. No anomalous reports have arrived from agents in the field. There is no indication that word of recent events has reached anyone off-world. No outside contact remains with Dosra following the incident, as instructed by the Council. Usual protocols have been suspended and will be allowed to live. Rather strange wording. Contact has still not been regained with the Oracle. Last seen within geosynchronous orbit above Dosra. We brought it back.
Good to see you.
You're welcome. Ministry of Commerce. As per the Council's request, an assessment of Ministry of Commerce operations. Ministry operations temporarily transferred to Halls of Healing. In light of loss of both Halls of Authority and House Dulkef residents, emergency supply stores have been activated. Military and security personnel enlisted in production and distribution of critical supplies, primarily medical and foodstuffs. Significant losses in both personnel and records have applied additional pressure to ministry operations. Hazmak Dulkef, appointed Elder of House Dulkef, thus far limited engagement with day-to-day ministry activities.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Perfect timing for once. An extra. So what's everybody got going on this weekend? Anything awesome? What time is the game or games today? Oh man. The Mets are putting a whooping on the Dodgers today. They're only in the fourth inning and they're already 10-2. Unfortunately for the Mets.
Out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research.
Side quest.
They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
There you go. Had side quests written all over it. Let's see what the blue rocks are. It's not rocks. It's a plant. Okay, turrets.
Hopefully the soldiers are all out on missions or patrols and not gone.
All this waiting around has been unbearable. Wish I disappeared along with my comrades.
Not bad looking armor there. Can I have some? We are here to pump you up. Yeah, don't steal. It's bad for you kids. Okay. Nothing down there, at least for now. Let's see, what do we got for map? Yeah, these maps here are significantly better looking than they were before. One of the updates. Made a huge difference for that. Is that the side quest? It's got to be the side quest. All right, let's go see. Hey, Chris. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. Yeah, and Dre's just probably thinking, trespass much? Regarding inheritance, look at all the knives and stuff. That axe. Borhall, please accept my condolences on the death of your mother. She was a great woman, a model citizen, and a generous benefactor, as you well know. Benevolent even in death, she has left a parting gift for you, her firstborn. I do worry how your mother's death will affect Amila. It is unfair, but it falls to you to look after him now. Discipline him and keep him out of trouble. Your mother and father were hard on him out of necessity. They did what they did out of love in hopes to turn him into a worthy heir to the family's fortune. Excuse me, sadly, it seems they did not succeed. So unfortunately, Amila cannot be trusted with your parents' wealth, and your mother has left all of her belongings and the capital to you. Borhall, I understand that this may be a shock, and that Amelia will inevitably resent this decision, but it was a wise one. Do not let Amelia manipulate you into relinquishing any of this. Your mother and father were adamant that this is your money and yours alone. Great Serpent be with you in this time of mourning. Zarina Mir, Executor. Ouch. Excuse me. Oh crap. I gotta get we need to find our way out of here.
I got you your favorite from the meat house. Extra fatty, just the way you like. Do you want to eat it now? Please. Please, just eat something. Drink something. Say something, please. I've been like this for weeks. I do not know what to do. I miss you, my
Another
friend.
side quest?
I miss you. Please, tell me what I can do to help you. I have to go now. But I will be back later to talk, all right? I promise. Salutations.
Okay, maybe not. Sounded like something that needed to be resolved.
Obedience is paramount.
Uh-oh.
This is unreal. The view of the Citadel from this plaza was never so clear. So many buildings used to be in the way.
Disgust! You should be hanging your head in shame. But instead, here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts.
Oh,
my,
Amelia.
what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, you sloughing bastard. No shame. No shame at all. What a waste of good life that they worked tirelessly to give you.
Mother and father spat on the ground I walked on. You were their pride and joy. Oh, good, generous Borhal. Always the paragon, the keeper of our family name.
I am disgusted to call you brother. It would be best for all of us if by some miracle you were to drown in one of those bottles of Kosa you are so infatuated with.
Ugh, with a brother like you, is it any wonder I am driven to drink? What? What do you want? This does not concern you.
Please accept my apologies. I caught my brother attempting to do something unspeakable, and I could not contain my anger.
Oh yes, go on. Invite a total stranger into our family squabbles.
This is no squabble, you pompous fool. What you have done today is abhorrent. I can forgive stealing my money or pawning my valuables. What I cannot abide, however, is you attempting to some mother's urn with her remains still within.
Oh my god.
I have done many things I am not proud of, but I have never stooped as low as that.
I was drunk. I did not know. All of those vases appeared the same.
It is an urn, not a vase, you ignoramus. And you were the one who chose it when Mother passed away. I am tired of your shamelessness, and I am done bearing what should be your indignity. Do you hear me? I am done. You have gone too far this time, Amila, and I cannot bear the humiliation of being your brother any longer. I challenge you to a duel. Danica shall be my second.
What? Are you mad?
Borhall, are you sure? There is already so much death in the city. What good would this do? There has to be another way.
Too late, Danica. He has issued his challenge. I accept. In fact, look forward to it. You shall be my second.
What? What?
Our job is to make preparations and ensure fairness on both sides. We shall have different duties between the two of us, but our aim is to prepare the site of the duel, weapons, ceremonies, and discourage any ambushes.
Because I just
Why
happen to be
not
standing
you?
here?
You seem capable and trustworthy.
The true answer is because Amila has no one, family or otherwise, willing to be his second. He has burned every bridge there is to burn. He will have to resort to picking someone off the street regardless, so it may as well be you.
I do not want to wait any longer than necessary. If you agree to this, you will allow us to come to an immediate resolution. I will pay you handsomely for that.
Okay. Is there some other way we can resolve this?
No. I believe we have just passed the point of no return.
I would not have proposed the duel unless I were fully committed to it. I am well past the point of compromising.
All right.
Then it is settled. Outsider, you will work alongside Danica to prepare for the duel. As for you, Amila, enjoy these last few moments, for when we next meet, your shameful life ends.
Do not sound so confident, brother.
I
The
see why
family home is
Nasco
this way.
spoke to you.
It is not far.
You
We
seem a
can discuss the
charitable
matters there. You will be working with me. As seconds, it is our duty to prepare for the duel and ensure fairness. I am sorry that you have found yourself in this situation. But know that you are doing Amila a great favor. He truly has no one else who would be willing to do this for him. He has burned every bridge imaginable.
Greetings.
It seems that after years of suffering Amila's embarrassment, Borhall has reached the boiling point. But still, to challenge your brother to a duel. I pray that we will be able to work towards a peaceful resolution before it's too late.
Okay, got the keep up there. Oh man, I like the red sky.
This is it. Shall we begin our duties?
Great Serpent, give me the strength to do what must be done.
Are you ready to discuss our rules?
They aren't serious, right?
Oh, they are deadly serious. Borhall would have not dared to challenge Amila if not. The Odlum family has held duels in the past. It is something of a family tradition. Yes,
This isn't the first
there was a
time?
duel between their two great-grandfathers, I believe. From what Borhall has told me, it began as a property dispute. Their uncle died in a duel after being challenged by their grandfather. He was accused of stealing family heirlooms. History, it seems, repeats itself.
What does the second do
It is
again?
our duty to prepare for the duel by
ensure
procuring
fairness,
weapons
blah, blah, blah.
and preparing for any ceremonies, as well as ensuring a fair fight.
Keep intruders out.
Importantly, we are not expected to engage in any combat, unless, of course, we are staving off an ambush. In short, we are to guarantee that
And
the
of
duel
course,
proceeds
Amila's gonna
without
have.
issue.
He's gonna have some people come in and attack. Of course he is. His family has an unfortunate and violent history.
Yes, and it seems that the cycle will continue. Unless you are able to get the brothers to agree to a peaceful resolution.
How the hell do we do that?
Very good. Let us begin.
They're both set on doing
Your
this.
primary duty as Amila's second is to work with the brothers and see if a peaceful conclusion is possible. Namely, if Amila apologizes to Borehole and he accepts, the duel may not move forward. As for me, I will be procuring the weapons for the duel and the materials for the preceding ceremony. Borehole as challenger reserves the right to choose the weapons, and he has chosen blades. Do you have any concerns?
Yeah, from what I've heard, Amila is a drunkard. Amila doesn't stand a chance against Borehole in a duel with blades.
I will note your concern, but know that Borehole has the final say. If that is all, we will break here and see to our duties. Before that, though, I know that this duel is foolish. I am sorry you got pulled into this. I will try and find another peaceful solution to this problem, should you be unsuccessful in convincing them to call it off.
Yeah, Borehole has the right to choose the weapon. Does Amila have the right to anything?
Amila has the right to deliver a genuine apology to Borehole and stop this duel before it commences. The odds of him doing so, however, are low. The Odlum brothers, like their ancestors, are stubborn and prideful.
Yeah, but you don't have me.
Report
I
back
can
to
charm
me when
the
you have
skin off a
spoken with
snake.
the brothers.
Speaking
We will
of the
discuss
great
your
serpent.
secondary duty then.
Need help with anything?
Come on, I'm trying to talk to him. Let's go.
What is it? I need to prepare.
Interesting. You'll end up regretting it if you don't.
I will do no such thing, and will feel no regrets in avenging Amila's constant dishonors. I have given him every chance, every credit. I have begged him to turn himself around. But instead, it has been endless years of dishonor and pain. Damn him. I should have known years ago that this would be the only way things would end.
Yeah, if you know it would end like this, why didn't you
Do
intervene?
you think I wanted this to happen? I tried to stop this downward spiral countless times. It was like saving someone from drowning, only for them to leap back into the ocean. Amila refuses to be helped, and he is determined to take me and the family name down with him.
What would it take for you to call it off? Well, the apology would be one way.
There is nothing that could lead me to calling it off. An apology from Amila is worthless. He always falls right back into his old ways. There is no apology grand enough to make up for nearly trading your late mother's remains to fund an addiction. That is inconceivable.
Yeah, isn't it against the rules? But it has to be sincere.
It would be, if Amila weren't a habitual liar, deceiver, and cheater. As I said before, an apology from him is less than worthless. He has apologized countless times for a decade, only to continue stabbing me in the back.
Okay, all right, want to ask you some more.
No.
Okay.
You are not my second.
Fair.
I do not see how this is pertinent to your duties.
Oh, there you go. You can, in certain situations, have your companion speak on your behalf. That is what this will be. So we can either do that, or we can try the persuasion option. Let's try Andrasia.
Show a modicum of respect and answer the questions.
Yes. My apologies. You are right. Forgive my ignorance. I will answer any
I'm a
questions
diviner,
you
dude.
have for me.
Do you hate your brother?
I do not hate him. I do not love him either. And I can no longer tolerate him. I am sure Amila will spin a tale about his hard life. But the truth is that he has always been a miscreant and a troublemaker. But when Father moved to strike him, who dove in front of the blows? When Mother would not feed him, who sacrificed their food? It was me. It was always me. How does he repay me? He steals my valuables, slanders my name, and brings dishonor on the family. Any affection I had for my brother is long dead.
What caused the rift?
The Koza ruined him.
Alcohol.
Once he began living at the bottom of a bottle, everything changed. I am just exhausted by him. It is exhausting to constantly be blamed by him for all of his problems, while always being expected to forgive and help him when he demands.
Yeah.
An alcohol made from goat milk. Amila is absolutely dependent on it, and his wife was too.
I don't know what happened to her.
The damn stuff rots your brain, I swear. He has always been a troublemaker, but once the Koza took over, he went from bad to worse. Now he is just an addict and a thief. I will be putting him out of his misery.
What was it like before the addiction?
We were never the closest of brothers, as our personalities are just so different. But we were close enough. He was a free spirit, which irked my parents. Honestly, I respected him a lot. He was unbreakable, even though the world was not always kind to him. He was funny, kind, and he always was trying to cheer me up, even if I had nothing to be sad about. The Amila you know now is not my brother. My brother may as well have died years ago. The Amila walking around today is nothing like what he used to be.
What have you done to support him?
I have done everything.
You kind of
And
already
he has
said that,
left
though.
me with nothing. He comes begging for money, so I gave it to him. Then he comes begging for my items to pawn, so I sacrifice them. And then he comes screaming to me that I hate him, that I have done nothing to help him. All of this for a decade now. I would lay by his side every night praying that he would not choke on his own vomit. But in the mornings when I would throw away his bottles of Koza, he would fight me like a monster. I used to take such pride in giving to the community, and in using my privileged position to help the less fortunate in the city. But I can no longer do that. as Amila has taken nearly every cent from me. I have sacrificed my entire purpose for living in the hopes that Amila would get better. And he never does.
Ooh, would you be happy? Oh man, if he died?
No, great Serpent, no. I will take no pleasure in his death. However, I may admittedly feel relief. I will mourn the loss of my brother. The brother he used to be, at least. And I will pray that his restless soul finds comfort with the great Serpent. Farewell.
Why is there still a,
What is it? I need to prepare. Good luck with everything.
Alright, now let's hear his side of the story. I mean, the executor of the family will, I guess. Family estate. Says don't give anything to him. Nothing.
How did we end up here?
Everything all right?
No, of course not. How could everything be all right?
How about a
My
shortcut?
job, and everyone I worked with. I cannot believe they are gone.
No, that's not one thing at a time, Iceman. One at a time.
I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
Ah, look who it is. I will not waste your time. I already know what you have come to ask. You wish to inquire if there is any possibility of me apologizing to my brother. The answer is no. The duel shall go forward as planned.
Oh, you seem eager to die.
Why are you so sure that I will die? I have been in plenty of scraps on the streets, and I am not some sheltered pushover like my brother.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
While that's running, I've got a package to go get off the porch, so I'll be right back.
Anasko Varun chose to speak to a dullard? Come on, say something, will you?
Okay. All you have to do is apologize. Why is that so difficult? He's already done it before.
He is trying to kill me. Why should I be the one to apologize? Borhal likes to paint me as a ne'er-do-well. But what type of psychopath wants to kill their own brother? It is not fair. He should be the one begging for my forgiveness.
What are you trying to prove?
You cannot just turn your back on family like Borhall has done to me. And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of what he has done will rot him from the inside out. And if I win, it is justice.
Personal questions?
Fine. But do try to be brief. I would prefer to be alone so that I may enjoy what could very well be my final moments alive.
Scared of dying?
Terrified.
Do you really think you can kill him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Why do you refuse to apologize?
Do I have something to apologize for?
Yeah, you do. What led to the divide?
I do not know. Perhaps him challenging me to a duel has something to do with it.
Exactly. As your second, you need to open up to me. You aren't giving me real answers.
Correct. You are my second, not my acquaintance. I do not wish to speak of these things with you.
Just answer the damn questions, or I will make you answer.
Fine. Ask your questions again. Look at me. Really look at me. Do I appear to be someone that has much to live for? If I die, I die. Nothing to be scared of. Except giving Borhall the satisfaction of taking my life.
Be honest, do you want to die?
Maybe it would be better to be dead. There is not much to live for, is there? Especially nowadays. I am not sure that I want to die, but I am growing tired of living. Sometimes it feels like my life has run its course. But I am not just going to let Borhall end me. I cannot give him that satisfaction.
Why do you refuse to apologize?
Because I am furious! My own brother, I cannot make sense of it. Who would challenge their own flesh and blood to a duel? Damn him! Damn him for putting me in this position! Damn him because I know even if I were to apologize, ending this duel before it starts, I will always see someone who would rather me dead when I look at his face! I had a wife once. I'm not going to flatter myself and pretend that I was a good husband, but I loved her. And she loved me. Appreciated me. Faults and all. I never felt like I had to prove anything to her. When I say to you that she was my world, my everything. I am serious. She was perfect. And somehow, she loved something like me. It was like living in a dream every day. Nearly a decade ago, she and I shared a perfect night. In what I had believed would be a lifetime of perfect nights. But when I kissed her cheek in the morning, my lips froze. She was cold. Stone cold. After my beloved's death, I made one bad decision after another. To Borhall's credit, he was almost always there for me. He even paid for the funeral expenses. But he could not stop me from taking to the bottle, no matter how hard he tried. Eventually, he gave up on me. My own brother. His love and understanding has been replaced with scolding. I am truly alone.
Can't expect him to blindly put up with everything you do, driven by grief, Kosa, or otherwise. Okay, had a hard life.
I suppose, but please, I am not looking for pity.
Sorry for
Thank
your
you.
wife.
But no amount of condolences will bring her back. Yes, yes, I have. I am ready to fight and to die, if that is what the great Serpent wills. Perhaps Borhal was depending on me being a coward. Perhaps he did not truly believe this duel would go on. Unfortunately for him, I am no coward.
Okay.
It is difficult to imagine Dazra recovering from this.
I was actually hoping there might be a way to resolve it peacefully, but maybe not. Why are you looking at a bone?
Amila has shamed us for the final time. What is it? I need to prepare.
Is this going to change anything?
I will do no such thing, and will feel no regrets in avenging Amila's constant dishonors. I have given him every chance, every credit. I have begged him to turn himself around. But instead, it has been endless years of dishonor and pain. Damn him. I should have known years ago that this would be the only way things would end.
Okay.
Not at all. I have served my time in the military. Amila's condition made him unfit for service. He may put up a good fight, but I will surely be the victor.
Okay, one way or another, you won't have to worry about him soon.
Right. I take no pleasure in this, but after today, what he did, he needs to be dealt with. If that is all, you may take your leave.
Okay.
How are you handling everything? How did you fare?
Yeah, neither agreed.
While disappointing, I am not surprised. Those brothers are stubborn as groats. But you may still have a chance to halt any bloodshed.
Oh?
Listen to me very carefully. Your final duty as a second is to prepare the ceremonial drinks that the duelists will imbibe prior to the duel. As you are preparing the drinks, you will treat each cup with this tranquilizer. Borhal and Amila will be too weak to fight after drinking this. This duel is idiotic, we both know it. It is a needless loss of life during a crisis where there is already so much death. And the victor will rue his actions for the remainder of his life. You have one final chance to stop this.
You are placing both of their lives into our hands. This responsibility is not fair.
What is unfair about saving 2 lives?
But don't I only get paid if one of them dies? Oh my god. Are you sure it's safe?
Theoretically, this should be safe.
What if I dose just one of the cups?
That would be tantamount to murder.
Why do I have to do this?
Tradition decrees that the second of the challenged prepares the ceremonial drinks. I, as the challenger's second, will lead the duelist in a final prayer. We must follow tradition closely so as to not arouse suspicion. If Borhal is wary of us, he will remove us as seconds and simply hire others. And the bloodshed will move forward unchallenged. Unbelievable. You would prefer to line your pockets instead of halting bloodshed? Never mind that. I will ensure you receive some form of compensation. I will see what I can do. Very good. Report to me when you are finished. May the great Serpent aid us.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you. All right, what do we do? Do we have are we gonna get a choice here? Tranquilize Amila, tranquilize Borhall, tranquilize both, or tranquilize nobody. I mean, the executor said that Amila doesn't get anything, no money or whatever from the estate. He didn't say anything about killing him. We'll do both. That's what she asked us to do.
That damned Amila. I cannot wait to be rid of him.
He's right there.
Need me for something? Is everything ready? Then it is time to begin the duel.
Yes, finally. I am ready to do what must be done. The time has come. Amila, are you sufficiently prepared?
I am ready.
It is time. Nothing we can do now but observe and hope for the best.
Okay. I was gonna say, they were talking about ambushes. Where the hell are we supposed to go for this? Out there by the statue, maybe, where we first met them? Oh, okay, over by the drinks. Got it. Why weren't they on the little table
To
there?
your health, brother. And may the great Serpent have mercy on your soul, Amila.
Yeah. Why is it giving me a prompt to talk to him?
What is this? What have you done to me, Amila?
I am affected as well, dear brother. I did not do this. I can hardly see you in front of me.
What the hell is this? What did you do? What is this? Sabotage?
This duel was an asinine idea, Borhall. We put a stop to it. There is no use for needless bloodshed at times like these. We must come together, not kill one another.
You traitoress. You betray me. And then you lecture me.
Oh, enough of your grousing, Borhall. Your precious duel can wait. Or are you truly so determined to kill me?
Enough of your taunting. This is not over.
I am counting on that.
Remove yourselves. We must rest. But know that you have only delayed the inevitable.
that even accomplish anything?
Thank the Great Serpent. You did it. The tranquilizer worked and you saved them both. Thank you for trusting me. What? From the tranquilizer? They will sleep a few days and be fine. I expect. They may suffer a bit, but it is a far better alternative to being stabbed to death.
Yeah, not the happy ending I was expecting.
Nonsense. You've made the right choice. Their egos are bruised, but deep down they are both relieved. Come what may, we have narrowly avoided a bloodbath today. If they are stupid enough to try again, we will find another way to stop it. But I doubt that day will come.
Yeah, how do you know they won't do it again?
I have faith that the Great Serpent will open their hearts to each other.
The Great Serpent, yes.
He will show them that the pain from the tranquilizer would be dwarfed by humiliation and guilt, had the duel ended in bloodshed.
Well, for now.
Me too. I want to thank you. You trusted me, and because of you, the brothers,
They are
my
imbeciles.
friends, are both alive. They are imbeciles, but better people than they seem. I am grateful for you. Please take this. It is admittedly not much compared to what you would have received if one of them had perished, but can you truly put a price on a human life? You are free to go. May the Great Serpent be with you. Always.
Okay.
We did it! We did it! Yay!
All right, can we get on with it now? Wow, that lasted a lot longer than I thought it was gonna.
My sister in days. Great.
Do not move. You have committed a grave offense, citizen.
I am sorry. Please, have mercy. I am starving. I cannot sleep. I cannot think due to my hunger.
You are not the only one suffering. Your actions have deprived another of precious food. You will await your punishment at the security center. Come along.
No. No, please.
Move!
Were our sins really so great that we deserved?
Hmm? Yes?
Yes.
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir. And given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, diviner?
What's going on here?
At the moment, obviously a great deal of nothing. Have the High Council to thank for that. Politics and expedience rarely pair well.
Malibor says work on the morning device must proceed.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent, help us. It is infuriating.
Yeah, what is, you need the approval?
The council just so happens to represent the 3 houses under Varun's banner, who are also entrusted with various aspects of running, well, everything. Each of those houses needs to contribute something to the project, so the council is the final stopgap. Were the speaker here, he could bypass all of it with a wave of his hand, but, well, you have already seen the state he's in.
I've been here 10 minutes and the council is already annoying. Let's get going.
All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
Well, I'm a diviner, but we'll see what he
The
says.
first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the speaker since the disaster. Oh, I think they will listen. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this.
Weapons?
We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Yeah, lining the houses. Fascinating isn't the word I would use.
I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical
grenades, maybe?
Applications.
I'll take anything that can give me an edge.
The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
Grenades. There you go. What do you know about the experiment?
Not enough to have prevented it from happening. If I had any idea it was going to turn out like this, it had been Enasco's primary goal for some time. A way to recreate Jinan Varun's encounter with the Great Serpent. Everything we knew about grav drive technology, every scientific advancement we'd made in the last 100 years was poured into it. Towards the end, I was just so exhausted. I asked for a brief time off. Had I not, I would be trapped in there with the rest of the science team.
Yeah, you had no idea.
Of course
No
not.
way.
I left the project weeks before the disaster, and at that point, we were nowhere near ready. Some breakthroughs were made shortly thereafter, and they ran the experiment. And here we are.
Got something, how have things been affected by the disaster?
Just look around. I'm sure you have at least some idea of how much we have physically lost. A huge portion of the city is just gone. And those left behind are struggling. Supplies are limited. There is so much work to be done, and we are all just so tired. I hope that eventually we can return things to the way they were, but we must be realistic. That will take time, and I suspect a great deal of it.
Got something that can help me?
Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into.
Plenty.
We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. Yeah, if only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Okay. Wish all the maps were. Oh, there is a quick way. I just have to hold.
After these
Yes,
messages, we'll be right back.
All right, what do we got? A favorite actress? We've had that before. Who else? I guess those would be the top three. Interesting. All right.
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate for them.
This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. May the Great Serpent bless you.
So, Akris has sent our newest diviner to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Yeah, what is that ministry?
The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
Can you tell me about the house?
House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dolketh. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department.
Had a conflict of interest? Meet you on honor.
Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
When the snake talks, you listen. Yeah, we need Sahima to help recalibrate the morning device.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by Zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
Do we get to kill somebody?
This is
Can we
a
shoot 'em?
major overreach. I have never known the Zealots to be so bold.
Yeah, how were they able to kidnap him?
What happened to Dazra was a cataclysmic event. The city may seem in order now, but those first few days, it was chaos. And the Zealots took advantage.
Why not? Yeah, why not just tell the High Council?
Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction. As much as the Council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her.
Yeah, Sahima's Zealots don't negotiate, they kill on sight.
Perhaps the Zealots you know. But they were once a part of Varun society. Our relationship is far more complex. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council, or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
Zealots have a house?
They had a house. House Maleen was abandoned a long time ago. But there are some who'd want to see it reinstated.
Can you tell me about the house?
House Maleen was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the Zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work.
Jandar was his son, right?
Jinan Varun had twin sons, Jarek and Jandar. Jandar fully supported the Serpent's crusade, and to many in House Maleen, was the best suited to take over for his father. Yes, And it's exactly why I need the upper hand in these negotiations. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Zahima can work with the High Council. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here, present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
Let's see. Yeah, isn't the risking of lives of a few agents worth it to save the many?
Of course. But the negotiations offered a chance to get Zahima and the others back without putting lives at risk. I saw the chance and had to take it. As demanding as I'd expected the Zealots to be, I fully intended to do everything in my power to bring them within reason.
Just tell me where they are.
And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Zahima.
Oh my god, nothing is ever straightforward,
I have a good
is it?
idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
Yeah, if he knows, why haven't you forced him?
Once I made the decision to go through with the negotiations, it wasn't necessary. Now that the situation has changed, well, that's going to be your job now.
Hope you aren't being lenient because Mirek's related to you.
It's not the family name that complicates matters here. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
Why would giving a location jeopardize his
The
work?
Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
You took your people. How could you be so calm?
The people of Dazra look to us elders for strength and guidance. We cannot fail them at a time like this. Don't let my composure fool you, promised? It's neither easy nor something I take lightly.
Any tips on getting through to him?
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit.
Oh, it is.
Perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk.
You're establishing a relationship with the Zealots?
What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting, to stay one step ahead.
I'll be back.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
How convenient.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
I'm here to see you.
And you are?
Diviner. I'm Diviner Marianne.
Ah, the heretic turned promised. I was wondering when our paths would cross. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
It's not ridiculous. Rosma told me you know.
Well, you could have led with that. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rosma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
If you're so smart, you tell me.
Easy.
Shit. I wanted to pick the middle one after I saw it.
I refuse because my work is vastly more important than yours. Then you go back to Auntie Rosma and tell her to go through with the negotiations. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned,
persuasion
that
option
information stays with me.
Bam. Oh, manipulation. Oh, You can't say that with absolute certainty. You're risking lives and House Kadik's integrity.
You make a good point for an outsider. And perhaps I should take your presence here as a sign. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned.
Why would you
Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations.
Thank you. Let's save lives.
Better.
You must have gotten the location.
I did. Name's yep, and you know where to find it.
I figured they wouldn't be completely forthcoming. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
What are the stations?
The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others.
Anything else?
Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many Zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all. Epsilon was once a research station, with a focus on grav drive manipulation. The Zealots have since vastly expanded upon it. But it makes sense if they intend to use Sahima to their advantage. The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
Where's the power station?
If memory serves, it's southeast of Shadow Station Epsilon.
North than southeast.
It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Why this one?
It's a fairly neutral location, and just the right distance from Dazra, so both parties will feel safe. The geothermal stations are also autonomous in nature, so we don't have to worry about unwanted eyes and ears. Good. Serpent willing. Your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Diviner, a word before you go? Tell me, Diviner, what do you know about the Zealots?
Yeah, know that. House Malane.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots? I see. Should have expected as much. Razma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Razma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Rosma lost control.
Yes, I'll get to that momentarily.
Yeah.
As a member, I can say it certainly is not. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
Yeah, why would this... All right. Sympathetic to the
There are
Zealots?
several members who are sympathetic toward them or their cause. Some see beyond their extremist veneer and believe they're just misguided. A very small few may believe Jandar truly was the rightful heir, but none would ever admit it. I'm certain it's the case that members of the other houses feel the same. House Kadik is just the only one who's been exposed for it.
Okay, why would they ever back a noble house?
Razma would believe they want to reintegrate or even reestablish House Malene, and she's a fool for it. The Zealots want nothing but the means to carry out their war. Credits, weapons, and ships. And these very supplies would be used to harm not only your people, but our own as well.
Yeah, I find it
The
hard to
Council
believe.
knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
Sounds like she's controlling it. Yeah, well.
She only appears that way now because she has you to fix it. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether. Far from it. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
Damn. Man, oh man. First the two brothers and now this? How is killing your own family any better than what Rasma is doing?
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Kadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Rasma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon
What about
follow.
Sahima? Yeah, I thought we need Sahima alive.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
Okay, fair.
You just need to bring it back.
Oh man. I mean, we don't need the money. I've got like 2 million credits. A little under 2 million, so that's chump change. Wow. Fine, but only because no one should work with the Zealots.
A wise decision, Diviner. As you may have guessed, we can't afford any loose ends, and you'll need a cover story for Rasma. When you arrived, the Zealots had already killed the hostages, so you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name.
So it'll be my word against the Zealot leaders?
Yes, but don't worry. I'll be there to reinforce what Rasma already knows. The Zealots cannot be trusted.
Okay.
See that you do. I look forward to seeing you at the negotiations.
Damn. What a mess this place is. Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to jump into the red water. Alright, it's not that far away. Alright. Goodness gracious, man. Wah, wah, wah. I am so sorry. Where's her flashlight coming from? She's not holding a weapon. Okay. Find Sahima at the station. I guess we're getting ready to go out for the first time. Out on our own, kids. So it looks like the Mets beat the Dodgers, and the Yankees are leading the Guardians after 1 inning.
What does your scanner reveal?
plants. The plants. If you need it. I mean, we don't really need it. Rocky Grub Grazer.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Last ad break of the day. Adopt their practices. What do we got here? Since I'm just scanning, we'll continue during the ad break. Oh crap, it is. Damn, it's a little bit farther away than it looks. Ding, 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 ding. What the hell is that word? Got one guess left. Wow. I have no idea. Oh crap, we've got a skill point that we can get or upgrade to a skill. Where's the scavenger one? Here it is. There's a chance you'll find extra aid items like med packs or chems when searching containers. Okay. Tracked resource at the next level is available when I get that one. Very nice. Very nice, sir. Wow! Tracked the next level when we get it. Oh, I have mastered the skill. Oh, that was the last level. Well, already then. Okay, where we go? Shit. Can I call the... It didn't look like it was going to be that far on the map, but apparently that it's not quite the scale that I thought it was.
Do you see any... They should have known.
Let's try out, I don't think we've tried this since we got it. Where is it?
Quiet. Did you hear that?
I kind of like that. 2 shots, dead. Of course, that one was only level 22. 30. 70.
Take your best shot. I hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
There we go. Pull out the big guns, girl. Oh. Right. Oh wow, it still took about a third of its health. Or sorry, shield, armor, whatever. Yeah, but you got the job done. Actually, to be honest with you, I kind of went through the same thing. When I got this monitor here, because it used to be two 28-inch monitors side by side. This one's still the 28, but this is a 32 in front of me. It took some getting used to, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So you got all the PC problems resolved? Sounds like it. Let's go down here and grab this location. I should use it as a fast travel once we get it.
Yes?
Nothing. Oh, I know. I wasn't. I was meaning to reference the difference in the size from what I had to what I have.
If Dosra is to recover, everywhere the Zealots have infiltrated must be cleansed.
Awesome. Back in business. I think it's going to wind up being another situation where, damn it, as soon as we get over there, it'll be time to stop. Oh, well, see, I didn't know that. So, that will definitely make a difference. Is that some kind of gun, I guess? Some kind of anti-aircraft? What the hell is that? Dead is what it is. 1 XP. I wasted a bullet in a sniper rifle. Or 1 experience point.
And your scan shows...
Sundered Stone Depot. Ah, too far away. Tulshak Monastery. Yeah, we're not gonna go up there because that place looks like it is huge. And we're not gonna start going through there now with just a few minutes left. Hermit Groat Farm. Way Shrine of Obedience. Let's see which, oh my God, which way were we pointing? All right, so, okay, so that, can we go? Okay, all right, so that just tells you what it is. You still have to go to there and discover it. Before you can fast travel to it. %. All right. So we'll go ahead and call it here for the day. Somebody's ship. Nice big ship. Okay. Just get up here behind the rock just in case. Save. Save. All right. That is going to be it for the day. Thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. And thanks to Sten. I know Sten is long gone because he's in the UK. So it's let's see, it's 9 o'clock here. I think they're 4 hours difference right now. Either way, he's long asleep by now unless he's really a night owl. So thank you, Zarvaxis, for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, tomorrow we'll pick up right here. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pick up here at 11 a.m. We're going 11 to 3, 11 to 3 the next couple of days, Eastern time. Yeah, so a lot, well, it's just like at the beginning of a game, right? It's, you know, a lot of talking, a lot of lore, a lot of finding things out, the way things work, stuff like that. So I suspect it may not have been the most exciting thing to watch the first couple of nights, but it should get better starting tomorrow because we're going to get to shoot stuff. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow at 11. Have a good night.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.
Who turned out the lights?